Alex Murdaugh. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to do a whole story on Alex Murdaugh. But what a twist and turn all around Alex Murdaugh. Now, are you guys familiar with Alex Murdaugh at all? Are you familiar with Alex Murdaugh at all? And so, Alex Murdaugh, now he's arrested on new charges after he was released from a Florida drug rehab. Alex Murdaugh, attorney, his whole family, he's like, who knows, third generation, fourth generation attorney. They're some of the most influential people in the South Carolina area. And so they were like his whole family. And then he had a young son who was going to be following in those steps of joining, he was a future attorney as well. It's a long story. I'm not going to get deep into this story. And if you've been following it, maybe you know that Alex Murdaugh was arrested. He has now been arrested. And so now that he's finally arrested, but he's arrested for misappropriate funds, misuse of funds, and dwindling they had a live-in, what was she called? Not a nanny, but she was, let's see. I forget. She was a housekeeper. That's right. She was their longtime housekeeper. She was their longtime housekeeper, and she died under suspicious death as well. And so he's alleged life insurance fraud on her death. And not even, he was supposed to even give the family the money. Her family, he was supposed to give them money out of this, and he never did that. And he has since been, like, he was part owner in their law firm, and he resigned because of misappropriate funds. He was stealing from his own company. He's got partners. There's certain ways you got to do stuff. I mean, this case. So if you don't even know this, Alex Murdaugh tried to have himself killed. He tried to have himself killed, and that did not go according to plan. And then they arrest the guy who then says, I was hired by Alex Murdaugh himself to kill him, so that his family can get the life insurance from him. But he didn't die. And so he concocted some story. He called 911 because he was shot, and he concocted some story. He said, I was pulled over, changing a tire. Someone came up, asked if he needed help, and then went ahead and shot him. But come to find out, he hired that person to do that, to leave his only remaining son, because he had a son who died with his wife, which there's a conspiracy, or there is alleged heinous act around that as well. And so now that he's arrested for this, he's arrested because of alleged life insurance fraud. There's so much around this Murdaugh case. Like, I'm definitely going to cover it. I'm going to cover the whole story. But this is such a heinous, such a twist. It looks like, it's amazing what power can do to people. It's amazing. I mean, there's a boat accident that's involved where his son, who later died with the wife, where the son was driving a boat drunk and speeding in the dark, only using a flashlight as the light and they crashed into a bridge. A bridge, whatever's holding up the bridge. And so then it's amazing how the family even tried to cover for that. It's so bad in so many ways. This family, this whole Murdaugh family is, I mean, I'm not going to say all of them. Oh my gosh, though. Oh my gosh. There's like one twist after another. But the lady you see in this picture here, this lady here, that was the housekeeper. For many years, she was their housekeeper. And then some accident where she died falling down their stairs or something. Only wonder if that's true, right? And so now we wait to find out more about this story. Now we wait to see, what do we know about the story? You know, because she dies, her kids are supposed to get the life insurance. They never see a penny of it. They never see a penny of it. And so now we wait to find out more on this heinous crime. Alex Murdaugh, he's being sued by his former law firm. He's being sued because of to recover funds that he stole. I mean, that's just a tip of the iceberg. That doesn't even lead to everything that's been going on. One kid was killed and found in a field or found on the road, and come to find out, they may have something to do with that too. I mean, it's so crazy, all the twist around this. Again, I'll save all that for another day, but he's finally arrested for this misappropriate of funds around the housekeeper, because the life insurance was paid. It was paid, but it didn't go to the kids that it was supposed to. It went to Murdaugh. And so he didn't do the right things by this funds. So we'll see where that goes on that road. So we'll only have to wait and see. And I'll definitely cover that whole story. But he's finally arrested for alleged life insurance fraud on the death of his housekeeper, the family's housekeeper, longtime housekeeper. Now, she died in 2018. She died in 2018. And so we don't know more than that, other than that. And so this is only coming about because the sons, of the housekeeper, they filed a motion for him to be jailed until he pays them. Gee, Manelli, hate when that happens. They want him to be jailed until he pays them. And so we don't know how long he'll stay in jail. Maybe he pays it real quick. But after she died, a $500,000 wrongful death claim was filed against Murdaugh on behalf of her estate. And no one's received any money. So now he's arrested in hopes that they get their money. They get their money. They deserve their money.